Oh, that's how you do it. Heh, go figure. All right. All right, so we're gonna get into the questions. I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm doing good. I'm doing amazing too. I'm excited to get these to these questions. Also, if I miss your guys' comment, I'm not trying to miss the comments. I'm trying to pay attention to the questions and answer the questions. So don't think that I'm trying to ignore your guys' comments or anything like that. Oh my God, it's so good to see you. It's great to see you too, girl. Welcome, welcome. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Like I also hooked up different cameras here too. So like I have obviously look a whole knife system right here. I got hey, what are you doing over there? So oh my god. So I gotta get everything set up. I have a mess right now. Like honestly, it's a fucking mess. It's a shit show over here. But that's because I don't have time to fix it up. Cause I'm actually heading to Vegas tomorrow. Well, after this, I'm gonna go for a run and then get my shit ready for tomorrow. Hi, first time joining our live. Welcome, Betty. ¿Cómo estás? Welcome. It's gonna get spicy up in this bitch. Joanna, ¿cómo estás? How are you? So yeah, I'm gonna be in Vegas actually tomorrow. It's gonna be a good time. All right. So all right. Let me see where we're at. All right, I'm gonna get. Okay, I'm trying to learn this system's a little different, so I'm trying to find the questions real quick. Oh, they're right here. All right, let's get into it. Waiting for the spice. Is pee bad in a relationship? What's a normal amount a partner should watch? Now, that is a great question because I say it's good, right? If you guys are using it for good. But if you guys are well, if he's watching that more and it's affecting your guys' intimacy, I think that that's when it becomes a problem. When it affects your intimacy, like he no longer wants to do it with you, or maybe he can't even finish with you because he's addicted to this, prefers his own hand to do this stuff, then that's when it's the problem. Okay. But if he watches it every now and then, but there's no issue, then it's fine. Maybe he's gonna pick up some new moves, some different stuff. Maybe you guys could watch it together. So it's only unhealthy if he chooses that over you, and or it's like he's no longer wanting to do the real thing with you. My ex-husband rather watch pee than and that's, thank you, Bell's Beauty. That's when it's a problem. When it's no, like when they would rather watch that, sign up for that, than to actually do something with you, then that's when it's a problem. Okay. But other than that, if it's not affecting anything, let him watch it. Fuck it. He might pick up a thing or two. So, no bueno. Yeah, absolutely. That's not good if they're choosing that over you. Okay. All right. Next question. Husband wants S once every 1 to 2 months. I want it 1 to 2 times a day. Also, he's kind of dominant but not kinky, and I'm dominant and very kinky. I love him, but we just aren't compatible. I'm miserable with our S life, and he won't let me go find it elsewhere. And see, hold on. Oh, I'm trying to take it down. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. So, and this is what I mean by like intimacy matters. And if you guys struggle in the bedroom, it's gonna bleed into other parts of your guys' relationship. You know, it could like how you guys even talk to each other, just your mood, like all this other stuff. It's definitely a problem. And so you need to give them an ultimatum. Be like, yo, if we don't change this, or if it doesn't turn around, we're gonna have to do our own thing. Because do you really want to be in a relationship where you're only getting it 1 to 2 times a month? And then maybe that's even gonna get even less. There's some people who get it like every few months, once every few months, not even once a month, right? And so, and it just, that timeline just goes further and further out. There's some people who haven't been intimate. Like we did that poll a few weeks ago where there's people who 5 years, 10 years, 12, the highest, I think, what was it? 25 years. people haven't been intimate. Now, is that something you really want to be doing? You really want to be in that type of relationship? Because I'm telling you right now, there's somebody out there who's going to want to freaking destroy you in the bedroom, right? And this is why you have to have that conversation with your person. If they can't change that or fix that, it might be time to move on, right? And because if they're willing to change and fix it, then absolutely, try to work it out. But if they're not willing to change, then you're not a top priority for them anymore. So, Lourdes, ¿cómo estás? What's up, girl? Intimacy is the gauge on how your relationship is going, especially in the bedroom. Do you agree? Absolutely. Because we also had the question, I think it was like a couple weeks ago, where they've been together for 20 years. And now that all the kids have moved out, they're doing it like 2 to 3 times a day. Because they love being intimate with each other. They flirt with each other. They do stuff with each other. And it's when you let people get comfortable and comfortable and comfortable, and then it's less and less and less and less. That's why you need to bring it up and give them an ultimatum. And if it doesn't go that way, then guess what? Hi, how's your evening, mama? But ¿cómo estás? How are you? Before I divorced my ex-husband, we went a year without having S. He mostly watched P while I was sleeping, but he would get annoyed with me asking all the time. See, and that's not how relationships should be. You shouldn't be begging your partner to be intimate with you. I know they recently started watching my content, and they told me that, mind you, they look like a perfect couple, perfect, whatever, right? They haven't been intimate in the longest time. Like, it's been a huge problem in their relationship. And they may make it seem like it's all great and dandy on the outside, but they're not even hooking up, right? And it's really affecting their relationship. It's bleeding into everything else. They argue about little things. It'll bleed into your whole relationship and get worse and worse. And she even said it's gotten to the point where she's damn near begging him just to touch him or touch her. And that's not how a relationship should be. You should not be to the point where you have to beg your partner, which in the very beginning, he was doing whatever it took to court you. Like, how did it go? They do all this extra stuff to court you. And then all of a sudden now they just kind of leave me alone, So do they have separate bedrooms? That I don't know. I didn't ask that, but that is a thing too. When people are no longer, they just become basically roommates. They have different bedrooms. I knew some people who had separate bedrooms that you're just like, what the fuck? I remember the first time I heard that an actual married couple had separate, they would sleep in separate bedrooms. And I was like, what the fuck? Why? And then they basically told me what was going on. And that's no way to live. Imagine you're supposedly married, the love of your life, and you guys are sleeping in different bedrooms. You're begging, damn near crying for this person to do something to you, right? And that's a huge problem. LOL, I have more S now than ever did while I was married, even though I do have friends with benefits. But that's how it should be. Have fun. We're only here for a short amount of time, right? I want to move in the spare bedroom. Is that what, in your guys' relationship, Jess? You've gotten to the point where you want to move into your spare bedroom? Is that what you're saying? Because if it's gotten to that point, girl, what is going on with this relationship? Yeah, okay, Jess says yes. So instead of moving into the spare bedroom, why is separating or going your own ways not an option? Have you guys tried to work it out that way and it didn't work out? Have you guys tried communicating? Hola, Edgar Janet, ¿cómo estás? How are you? I'm over here. We're over here talking to Jess. We're trying to figure out what her situation is because she's saying that she is trying to move into their spare bedroom, and that's not how it should be, right? Look, even Freddie is like, what the fuck? Come on now. Okay. Dreaming the same dream. How are you? What's up, girl? We don't have intimacy. Yeah, so Jess, my question is, why? I know you're not being intimate now. How come you guys don't go, separate? Is you guys would rather live together, not be intimate, than to go through a separation. Just got off of work right now. Hey, welcome, Dad, baby. I'm telling you, Jason over here, he's also judging the shit out of people, okay? Just letting you know. Ash, ¿cómo estás? How are you? So I'm waiting to see if Jess answers here in a little bit, but Stacy, ¿cómo estás? It's been a conversation. Well, it needs to be more than a conversation, Jess. I know it's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong. I know it's easier said than done, but there has to be some progress. If there's no progress, like what's the next step? Because how much more time are you going to waste with this person to see if it works out? Because clearly, if you've gotten to the point where you want to go to the spare bedroom, that's a problem, girl. That's a huge problem if you're to that point. Okay. And so if somebody is also going through a similar situation on TikTok, if you guys maybe give her some insights, private insights, so hopefully somebody can reach out to Sobriety Jess and give her just more information. Like we only been together 2 years, girl, 2 years, and you're all like, that's way too soon. Way too soon to be even sleeping in separate bedrooms. Like, how do you know he's not getting it somewhere else? Or like, what is going on? 2 years and you guys are already to the point of sleeping in separate bedrooms. Okay, I'm not trying to be like poke fun at you. I'm just trying to hopefully that you see like how big of an issue that this is. That's not normal. I think people would rather cheat than separate because it's cheaper to keep them. It's cheaper to stay. You know, it's cheaper to stay. Like, because if you want to leave, now you have to be like, all right, I got to get my own place, or I have to try to kick this person out. Don't be afraid to go leave or live with somebody you know, a friend, family. Be like, yo, can I stay here for a few months, save some money up? Like, if somebody were to come to me and be like, hey, yo, I'm going through this situation. Is it cool if I like crash for a little bit, you know, and then get my situation? Like, I'd have to know you, obviously, right? But I would be like, yeah, of course, man. Like, if I can help. I'm not saying, hey, come and live here. I'm just saying, if this is going to be like a temporary fix for you to help you get back on your feet, absolutely. I'm more than happy to help. Trust me, there's people out there willing to happy to help. It's tough, better in the long run. Oh, it's going to be hard in the beginning. I'm not saying this is easy at all. Leaving somebody, especially like if you rely on him for your finances and stuff like that, like you need to be making the steps towards like what's next after this, because it's been 2 years you've been with your person and you guys aren't being intimate, and you're to the point where you want to sleep in a separate bedroom. It's a big problem. Now I'm happy mentally. See, there you go, Alex. Hola, friend. Sorry I've been missing your lives. Hey, we get busy. I know. But don't let it happen again, girl, because I will find you. Even if you have kids, it's not absolutely. Thank you for that, Bells. Even if you have kids, it's not. Like, they can see that. They can see mom being upset. They can see dad being upset, you know, and things like that. Like, is that what you want your kids to grow up to be seeing? Is a toxic home environment? Roommates? What do you mean? Do I have roommates? No, I live by myself. Bestie, meeting the baby mama and the kids for the weekend. What should I be ready for? Meeting the baby mama and the kids this weekend? Like, you're meeting your partner's baby mama? Is that what you're saying? Poppy, come and get me. So meeting, like, if you're to the point, hold on. Yes. Okay. Sleeping in different bedrooms is like being roommates. Oh, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. Like, 2 years and you guys are already trying to be roommates now. So Lourdes just said that she's going to be meeting the baby mama of her man, like the kid's mom. I would just say, like, just go in there with, you know, hopefully it's going to be a healthy co-parenting environment, right? What are some things? Because I was going to say, don't like, obviously don't try to control the kids or anything like that, but just, I think just letting her know, reassuring her, be like, hey, I'm not trying to be their mom, but I am going to be around the kids. And I also want what's best for them too. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, overstep my boundaries, step on your toes or anything like that. So if I ever do something disrespectful or anything that makes you feel like that, please talk to me, right? You know, if you can have these healthy conversations with the baby mama, now I'm sure she's going to be a little bit less like, okay, you know, she's not trying to be the mom. Because I think that's a big thing for like moms and dads. that they feel like the other person is trying to be like that parent, right? Even though they're not. So I wouldn't say that right off the bat. How long have you guys been dating? Is Jess married, or they're just living with the guy? I don't, but still 2 years and you're already having problems. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. How long have y'all been together? Meet the kids and baby mama. Engaged. See, so Jess says that they're engaged. But meeting the baby mama, at least you're meeting her instead of just, when like there's no real introduction. Meeting them and just having a healthy conversation and just being straight up with them, be like, hey, if I do anything that makes you feel like that, please get a hold of me, because that's not what I'm trying to do. It's out of respect that good she's meeting her. Oh, absolutely. And that rarely happens. So, props to Lourdes. That rarely happens where it gets to that healthy point where you meet the baby. It's usually kind of, they just know about you, right? Hold on. Sell the ring and move out. True. Man, my ex's new girl is horrible. No respect. I'm the one saying, let's be on the same page. Why do you have to accommodate every female? It's because there's some people who, like, they just are super negative and they think that you're maybe trying to get back with your man and you're just like, I don't want him. You're like, I'm just trying to co-parent here. And if they're like that, there's really nothing you can do or say that's going to get them out of that mindset. They got to get out of that mindset of being like super toxic, right? Because I've had to deal with like crazy baby daddies and, it's gotten to the point where I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out, right? Even though I was not trying to be like a dad to their kid, because I'm always like, I know you the dad. Cool. But sometimes the kid gonna be around me too. And I've said the same thing, right? I'm gonna be around the kid. And one of the dads was actually super respectful after I talked to him too. So after 2 years, there must have been signs what led to the disconnection. Absolutely. Like there's a bunch of, like everybody's relationship is a little different. So yes, we've been like 6 months, but I'm excited that she's wanting to heart. I'm just nervous as fuck. Hey, what's up, Brenda? ¿Cómo estás? And that's normal to be nervous to meet the baby mama, right? And just be respectful towards her. And I'm sure she's gonna be respectful towards you too. Like none of that disrespect or anything like that. It's cool when people can, not only the baby mama and baby daddy co-parent, but also be respectful to their partners. Because if you guys are separated, the kids are going to be around a new woman, a new dad, or a new guy. And so, like, you have to be okay with that. Like, I need to get over my sneaky link help, LOL. I can't let him go. Girl, like, why are you trying to get rid of him? But if you're catching feelings for him, you need to, because it's going to be bad. She tries to show off around me. Oh, yeah, see, I totally get that. What happened with the topic of the size matter Alex, that podcast is coming out on Monday. I'm doing a whole podcast episode on that, on does the size matter and what guys can do if they know they're not packing down there. So if you guys haven't followed my podcast page or podcast, Uncomfortable Convos, link is in the bio. If wherever you want to watch it, I did a whole podcast episode because I'll just let you guys know here. And I'm sure a lot of you girls have fallen for it. We're not falling for it. Like some people who have came in here have said he was 2 inches, but since I was so in love, it felt like 6. And if a guy is struggling down there, they know, right? They need to come with their A game, meaning like their hand game better be on point. Their intimate, like foreplay, better be on point. Their mouth game better be on point, right? All this other stuff, because you imagine going into being intimate with somebody and you whip this thing out, right? And now they're just like, what the fuck, right? And then you give them a horrible experience. It's even worse. But if you whip the thing out, because I had a story on the podcast where dude whips it out, but then it was a great experience. Afterwards, she was just like, I got scared at first, but then afterwards I was like, this was great because he made up for it in a bunch of different ways. So that's why I'm saying, like, it can be good and bad, but there's some people who just crave something bigger, and there's nothing you can do at that point, right? They throw a lot of cockiness and end up having, yeah, that was another story that I have on there too, is this guy was super confident, and then like super, like how he was gonna throw it down and this and that, X, Y, and Z, like she's gonna need a wheelchair. And then not only was he small, homie lasted 45 seconds. Like 45 seconds, all that hype for just 45 seconds. You know what I mean? All that hype for 45 seconds. Look, you even got Freddie over here like, what the 45 seconds, my dude? 45 seconds? Yeah, Freddie. I don't know what's going on. So, all right, let's get into the next question. I've been with my boyfriend for a year. We recently took a trip out of the country by himself, and I seen that he was on Tinder. I think I read this one already, but Tinder while he was away. Should I bring it up? He has never been active on Tinder till then. I have PTSD from previous relationships, so I'm constantly looking for signs of infidelity. Who's gonna tell her? Who is going to tell her? He went on a trip by himself and magically showed up on Tinder because he was trying to find somebody out there. That's what his goal was. And since you've already caught this in action, now you know when he leaves, he's actively trying to find somebody. You caught him already. So are you going to let him get away with this? So technically, he had the intentions to cheat. Did he cheat? Was he successful? Maybe. I don't know. Only if he was able to pull a girl. If he was able to pull a girl, he cheated, girl. But if he didn't, because he couldn't pull a girl, he had the intentions. The intentions were there. Signing up for Tinder, activating it. What do you think he was just looking for a best friend out there? What do you think he was looking for out there? A best friend or somebody to hook up with? I'm gonna let you answer that one and then make the decision from there. Because is this real? Absolutely. All these questions. And that's actually a thing too that some guys do. I've seen a lot of clips on social media where they travel and they sign up for the dating sites because that's an easy way to meet somebody. You know, if for some reason, like say you're dating somebody and you guys live in California and he's going to New Mexico for something, right? And he signs up for an online dating app thinking that nobody's gonna know. What do you think his intention? And a lot of people do this. This isn't the first time. PTSD from a past relationship, is it real? Oh, absolutely. Like, it can be because it's almost like those, like when you get cheated on, now you think that everybody else is going to cheat on you because the past people have cheated on you before. So it's definitely like a lot of things can give you PTSD. You know, that's why I have a real huge stance on you're not going to be friends with your ex, right? You're not going to be friends with your ex because I've gotten bit in the ass with that. And so call it PTSD, call it whatever you want, but whoever I'm with, you are not going to be friends with your ex. Co-parenting, I have a whole other set of boundaries for that. You know, and if you can't respect that, we're not meant for each other because it is a thing because at first you let it slide and then it bites you in the ass and not just once, but maybe twice. Now you're just like, never fucking again am I going to deal with that shit again because now I think everybody else is going to be doing the same shit. So my excuse, I want sleeping with her because I realized I'm not gay, so she cheated. See, like, and then they'll give you the worst excuses ever too. Oh, I fell in her. I live in Odessa, Texas. A lot of oil field men do that. Oh, absolutely. Especially when people travel to places like that. Because like the oil fields, there's people who travel from like different states and go and stay out there for a while. So guess what they do? a lot of people who work in the oil fields cheat, or they pay for companionship. We'll call it that because I'm not trying to get banned. So they'll pay for. I know some people who go out there who have told me this stuff. That's literally what they do, and I'm just like, hey, do your thing, man. Like, don't tell me. I hate it when people tell me shit, because then I'm just like, why'd you tell me? Like, because now if your girl comes at me and she's like, yo, he knew, and I'm just like, I was forced to know. What the fuck? Have you ever been told something by force and you're just like, fuck? Like, why'd you gotta tell me? Like, it was better off not telling me. Like, I would have been way better off, because now I feel like I'm gonna be involved in some drama because you wanted to tell me some bullshit. Like, I don't care if you're out there fucking cheating. What is you out there cheating got to do with me? Like, what benefit does it serve me knowing that you're out there cheating? Because then now, like, if she finds out that you were cheating and then she finds out that you told me that you were cheating out there, now I look like an asshole too. When you told me, because this happened to me before, I'm just like, don't tell me shit. If you're cheating, do it. But don't tell me you're out cheating. Like, cool. So, yeah. I hate being stuck in the middle of some stupid bullshit. So, all right, next question. After 9 years of married and 7 years neglect, no S, he wouldn't get hard. Tried many things. After a divorce, I tried S again, and this dude pulled a freak that I didn't know existed. Our intimacy is great. Finally, I can feel a hard D should feel. LOL. Love the content. And girl, she didn't realize that she is a... And that's how it should be. So if you're in a relationship right now where you guys are struggling like that, that's not how a relationship should be. She did the correct thing, and she was just like, you know what? Like, I'm tired of this. And then she found out that there was the perfect person out there that was going to actually make her feel the way she's supposed to feel. And you guys shouldn't be dealing with somebody who doesn't bring out the freak within you. And it doesn't matter if you've been together for 10, 15, 20 years. They should continue to be bringing out this freak in you. Can I get an amen? No, imagine. Can I get an amen? Mine stays hard and doesn't talk back. And sometimes, you know what you got to do, D? If they're not talking back, give them a kidney punch, give them a gut punch or something. Oh, they'll start moaning. They'll start groaning. They'll start doing a whole bunch of stuff. Bah, Sash right in the kidney. Trust me, I'm telling you, he'll start making some noises. He'll start making some noises. I'll tell you that. He might even talk back to you. And then you just keep riding it, girl. Just keep riding it. And it's gonna be feel good, and then he's gonna be upset at the same time. And then you might get it even more rough. I'm just saying, girl. If you do it, come back with your experiment findings, and we'll go from there. She's talking about a dildo. Yeah, I know she's talking about that, but I was also trying to be funny. So what did I miss? I just got here. Bobby, she's talking about a bob. I learned what a bob is. Okay. Yeah, I know what she's talking about. But I wanted to, let me joke around too, yo. But I learned what a bob was. So now I know what you guys are talking about when you guys are out and you guys call it a bob. Okay, a bob is a fucking dildo. Which I learned probably like a couple months ago. Maybe a little bit longer than that. But I had no idea that some of you ladies call him that. Hey, he doesn't get it, and I always have an extra Sancho. He's blue. How would you feel if your girlfriend or wife asked for a threesome with another girl? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This would be me. Woo, let's go. I'd be like right now, later, this week, soon, ASAP, please. But with another guy, I'd be like, nah. But I never force anybody to do it though. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, let's do it. If it's brought up by her, I'd be like, you know what? I'll fucks with it. Just not two guys. Oh, by the way, go Dodge A. You see it? I got the custom on. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, you see that? Definitely Dodgers though. I told my man I want to explore women, but I don't want to do it alone. Hey, and he doesn't want to do it or what? He's just like, nah, fam. Nah, I'm not sharing. But then there's also some guys who don't want to share either. There's some guys who don't want to share. So he might be like, nah, like, I don't want another girl touching you too. Do you ever get a little hot and bothered by these conversations? Sometimes. You never know. Then we go, you got good old Manuela ready to go. I'm just joking. Imagine, that'd be fucking weird. Like after you get off the live, I'm just like. He says he doesn't mind. Shh, I would say the same shit, girl. I'd be like, if you brought it up, I wouldn't act shocked or like super like excited. I'd be like, if you would be like, hey, like, I want to explore with another girl. Would it be cool if we included another girl? I'd be like, I don't know. But you know what? Like, I want you to be fulfilled in every possible way. So I think we could do it one time and see how it goes. And then if we like it, then we'll continue to go. We'll continue to do it. See? And that's how I would say. I wouldn't be like, yes, fuck yeah, let's do it. I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I think we could do it. I think we may have, you know? So that's what I would say. Okay, so just saying. Sorry, I forgot to turn, it's getting a little hot in this bitch. Play it off? Oh, absolutely, I would play it off. Absolutely, I would play it off. That just, you can't be, you can't seem overly excited because then they're going to be like, he's been thinking about this the whole time. So you got to do it nonchalant. So just a little tip. In your opinion, what do you think is the shelf life of an affair? Until you get caught. Until you get caught. Or unless they find somebody else. Because if they find somebody else who maybe does it better. Because there's some people who will have been in like situationships and affairs for years. Like they'll do it for whoever, like how long? As long as they keep getting away with it, they'll continue to do it. Right? But then there's some people who stop, obviously, because they get caught. Look at, absolutely, Bell's Beauty. Look at the Coldplay concert. If they wouldn't have got caught at the Coldplay concert, I guarantee you they would have continued to do what they were doing. Say I'm lying. Say I am lying. If they would have continued. I tell my ex-husband, let go. Bestie, how much is rent up there? I was there this past weekend. Well, it depends on the area. If you're looking in Gilbert, you're going to pay anywhere from like 15 to like 3,000, maybe a little bit more in Scottsdale. Phoenix is a little cheaper, but there's a lot of ghetto places in Phoenix. So just FYI. He actually says he's busy. He has no BGF. I don't understand your question, Sylvia. All right, let me get into the questions. Met a guy that is freaking amazing in bed. He's freaky and nasty. He has been the first guy that ever in my mouth while in the moment and literally chokes and slaps me. See? And that's what I'm saying. That's how it should be. That's how it should be because like you need to be with somebody who's going to bring the freak out in you. You need to be with somebody who's going to show you new things. Because I'm sure you guys all have dealt with it in a certain way. You're with somebody and you guys do your thing, but then like you're with somebody else and they bring out different things in you. You become maybe even freakier with somebody because maybe the person before was like pretty vanilla or didn't really like to do different stuff. But this new guy, he likes to do this, he likes to do that. And you're just like, oh shit. Because I think I talked about it on the podcast that's coming out on Monday. Each person you hook up with is different because maybe it's different positions that you guys do. Maybe it's it's the way she rides you or he is on top, the way he goes down, the way he touches you. Like for the most part, it's pretty different with different guys and girls. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, because I've never been like oh, this girl is the same as this girl. No, I've never said that in my entire life. They've all been different, right? And some probably better than others, right? Let's be honest. And so that's why, like, I'm always like, it's different with different people. And just because this person sucks doesn't mean this next person is gonna suck. Ali, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Because I was actually really, I think somebody asked me that question, you know, like, it's the same thing. I was like, no, it's not the same thing. My old sneaky link was fire. He made me missionary, my favorite. Hey, and I got to do a super freak for the baby. God damn. We're going to do a super freak. Hell yeah. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Okay. So I think I stand behind my word on that. It's different with everybody. Just saying. What do you think? What do you think, Freddie? Freddie agrees. Freddie agrees. All right, next question. I like when a guy eats me out and uses his fingers at the same damn time. Hell yeah. And that's why, fellas, like, try different things. There's some people out there that don't know what they're doing. There's some guys who just go all crazy and not even paying attention to the body language of the girl. They be doing all crazy shit down there. A little finger tongue action combo, sucking combo, the 3000 combo, like, goes a long way. Okay, and if whoever said do the alphabet when you go down there is fucking wrong. Like, if you're down there actually spelling out the letters A, E, T, E, like, imagine you hear the guy. Imagine the guy goes down on you and you're hearing the alphabet and you're just like, is this dude really doing the fucking alphabet down there? Like, the alphabet is like, you need to learn the body language of your person. Do something and see how they react to it. And if you get positive feedback, oh shit, maybe do this a little bit more. You know, if you do something else and not very good feedback from that, don't do that. Because I go based off of body language. I go based off of body language. What is the body doing? Okay. Hey, if I do this, oh shit, her body kind of like freaking doing a weird little like bend contraction thing. I think she likes that. Right? You know, instead of just being like, no, I saw this on a YouTube video. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Right? So it's just all about paying attention to no alphabet. Eat it like a mango. Sali, limon y tahini. That's more accurate. Eating it like a mango is more accurate than the ABCs. Whoever fucking said, hey, eat it like the ABC. Hey, Freddie, do you eat it like the ABCs? Nope. Yep. Thought so. Okay. He doesn't even eat it like the ABCs. It's all about the body language. Like Romero says, pay attention to her body and what she responds to. Absolutely. And that goes in for anything. Like intimacy wise. Like if you do certain things, pay attention to that body language. It gonna tell you. That's the feedback you need right there. You know, I love it when a girl body be contraction, you know, and doing certain things because it feels so good, right? Who has been the freakiest sign you have been hooked up with? Freakiest sign? What's March? What's March? Is that, I don't want to be super like exact. Best when he dives just into it. Pisces. I guess it's been a Pisces. I ain't gonna tell you what day, because then people are gonna go and like search Pisces, or rub it when the tongue is in it. That too. Pisces, baby. Pisces. Hola, mi amor. What's up, Mariela? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Yeah. See, Pisces. We'll say Pisces. That's been the freakiest. But again, Edgar doesn't really, like, just because she happens to be a Pisces doesn't mean all Pisces is that. I'm just saying, because I'm more of I really don't. I'm never for example, I'm never like, oh, that's such a Leo thing. Oh, that's such a Cancer thing. Oh, I'm like that because I'm a Cancer. No. Hola, Master. What's up, Zelda? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? They are, I agree. Or when you're in the car, your man driving, do a little finger action. Yeah, absolutely. Sagittarius, come on now. Lies, Edgar. You haven't effed the Gemini. When is Gemini? I suck at the horoscope. I just know mine. I'm a Cancer. That's all I know. Like, I don't know, like, what's after me, what's before mine. Gemini is June. So that's my, see, I don't even know my mom. She's born in June 2nd. Have I been with somebody that's in June? No, not that I can think of. I'm a Cancer too. I'm compatible with you. I'm a Pisces A. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the compatibility. May, June. Yeah, I mean, I don't think have I? I can't remember, to be honest. I'm not asking what their sign is either. I'm not like, what's your sign? All right, let's get to it. I'm just like, let's do this, girl. So, do a super freak for your mom. I mean, she had, how many kids is my older brother, me, Eduardo, Gabby, Diego, 5 of us? You know they were getting down. You know they were getting down. I think the horoscope thing is a girl thing. I think so too. But then, I know, I have my things with the horoscopes because they make them too generalized. Meaning like, they'll be like, oh, you're such a strong person. Like, you seek inspiration through seashell. You know what I mean? Like, they make it so you can relate to it. Like, if they just slap the Cancer off of that and then put Pisces, the Pisces is going to be like, fuck yeah, you're going to find a reason to like be like, oh yeah, that definitely does fit in my life. Because, you know what I mean? I agree, Cancer and Aquarius. Bye. Hey, well, bye, girl. I don't know if you're leaving or you're pissed off at me or I don't know what's going on. All right. Next question. Hold on. Let me delete that one because I already answered that one. I just got to get used to this touch. This touch is a little different compared to my other one. Delete, bitch. Oh, hold on. Let me do it over here. All right. I once had a guy ask me to spit on him. I didn't know what to do because it felt so out of place. I mean, I get what you're saying because if you're not used to it, it's going to feel weird. And especially something like that. Like, for example, like now I know what it meant. I remember back, I was in high school. So this girl, like I knew she was dating this guy, but she had like she had a few rubbers and she had latex gloves. And I was like, why do you have that in your purse? Because to me, like open rubbers and latex gloves is already weird enough to have in your purse. Like who just has that randomly in there, right? And so I asked her, I was like, why do you have that? And she was like, oh, because so-and-so likes me to play with his butt. Like at that time, I didn't know too much. And I'm like, you fucking liar. Like you have these for other fucking reasons. But now I thought about that it was a few months ago. And I'm like, you know what? I think this dude really liked to get played in the booty. Because now that explains why she had that. At that time, I thought she was fucking lying. But now looking back, I'm like, dude, this dude liked his girl using a finger all up in that bitch. And she was probably like, you're not going to fuck up these nails. So we're going to be wearing the gloves or we're going to be wearing this. But imagine like how that first conversation went. Hey, like, can you put a finger up there? Like, how weird is that? And if you guys like to do it, there's nothing wrong. I just like to poke fun of just because that's how I am. Because it's never happened to me. I'm just curious about the position you guys assume if you guys get in that position, right? Girl, I can see getting in that position because there's doggy style, right? And there's already missionary that you put the girl in. But imagine, like, what I see is the guy's legs on her shoulder while she's like all up in there, right? Or the guy is on doggy, he's in doggy, looking back, like he's in all fours. That's what I envision. Is that how it goes? I don't know. I've never done it, and I've never been like, hey, yo, can you play with it a little bit? Can you, eat them groceries? No. But if you guys like it, then go for it. I'm not saying there's nothing bad. Like, if you guys like it, shit, go for it. But like, if there's something inserting you, okay, that's a little different for me. I'm just, because I had a buddy of mine message me, and he obviously saw some of the questions and lives that I was doing, and he's like, because I used to say, if a guy getting his booty ate, he was probably swing the other way. But he messaged me and he was like, it's not that. He's like, I like it when my girl does it. When she's doing it, like, I'm thinking of her doing it. I'm not thinking of another dude. And I was like, that makes sense. I was like, I get that. But he also said that he doesn't let her slide a finger in him or none of that, right? And so I'm like, oh, okay, like, that totally makes sense, right? And because inserting something, that's a little different for me, okay? Now, like, I like to see it from other people's perspective, because like I said, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's wrong, right? If you guys like it, if you like your girl eating your booty, nothing wrong with it, right? But yes, I do agree with that too. Like, if you sliding something in that bitch, something is off. All right, next question. I like doggy style and getting my hair pulled. Ugh, sloppy S turns me on. Absolutely, girl. Now, see, that sloppy, crazy, we're doing all sorts of stuff, intimacy is top tier. It's fire. That's why a lot of people like having intimacy when they get a little lit, because they start doing some things that they normally don't be doing. Okay, I'm sure some of you guys have gotten lit and did some things, and then the next morning you're like, did we really do that shit? And you'll be like, hell yeah. And it's even cool, like, it's even better when you find somebody where you don't have to get lit to get to that position. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are just freaks to begin with. And there's some people who actually bring that out on you. Like, you just naturally want to be a freak with them. There are people like that. But that just means when you get lit, it just to a whole nother level. Because trust me, I remember some of those nights. Like, you're super lit and you did some things. And the next day you're like, we did what? You stuck it where? You went how? It's like, we role played what? You spit in my who? You know what I mean? So it gets crazy, it gets wild. We've all been there, But also be careful, fellas. Don't get a little too lit, because it's happened to your boy. And this is why you guys love coming here, because I'm straight up honest with you guys and I tell you how it is. I remember when I drank a wee bit too much one time. And then somebody was like, hey, like, everything was vibing. She was feeling me. I was feeling her. We went to the room. Homie wasn't responding. I was way too fucking lit to be doing anything, And so it's happened to me. It's happened to your boy. They call it whiskey D. Whiskey D, that shit has happened to me. And that's why there's a line that you don't want to get past. Like, it's cool being lit and doing some things, but fellas, you can cross that line a little too far and then nobody's getting no action. Because your boy has been there. It sucked at the moment, but you learned real quick. For real, we did for how long? Ah, shit, here it comes. I had that too. The alcohol took over. What did you do when you couldn't? Well, you can't really. Well, first of all, you feel really embarrassed. Like, let's be honest. I felt super fucking embarrassed because I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's not responding. It's not sending. I feel like this is not sending a signal saying, yo, hey, it's time. Let's perform. Let's go. Because I was just like, I don't know what's going on here. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, I was like, oh shit, like, my bad. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And this was like early on. So it wasn't like no issues or anything like that. It was just, I got a little too lit. Just put it in your mouth and make it sloppy. If you don't work, then trust me, that was attempted. Shit was attempted, and it just was not working. So, have you ever had that happen to you, Freddie? Thank you for your insights. Why do men like to be pillow print? No, see, if they like to be pillow princess, it's because y'all let them get away with being a pillow princess. And if hell no, they tell them straight up too. Because why would you want to be with somebody who just lays there? No moaning, no nothing, doesn't want to do anything, doesn't want to switch positions. Fuck no. You don't need that, girl. You shouldn't be putting up with that. Okay. All right, let's get into the next question. So I met this guy on a dating app. Things were going okay, but long story short, we had S and it wasn't all that great. It was completely a hard more than like a soft hard that he couldn't even put it in my kitty. I had also met a previous guy with the same issue, a soft hard penis. Is that common? Now, yes, after doing these TikToks for a while now, that is a lot more common with guys, especially the older they get, because it could be, it's a variety of different reasons. It's not one specific reason. Could be the medication that they're taking. Could be they're on some sort of drugs. Could be that they have some ED issues, hormonal issues. It could be a lot of different things. And so, but what some guys are a little too prideful and they don't go and get themselves checked, you know? Because what if they need something what if their hormone levels are off, right? And then they just need something to like juice them right the fuck back up and then they're back in action. But no, they don't want to. And I know there's some medications that will affect your area down there because I'm trying to remember the stuff that I've been told. It's like, it's a lot of blood pressure down there, right? So if your blood pressure isn't very much down there, it's not going to get very hard. So, and then, yes, absolutely, Romero, it could also be that too. There's also a thing about performance anxiety. You know, they feel like they're supposed to be performing at a certain level or they're intimidated by something. Maybe the girl got too much ass for their meat, you know, and they feel intimidated by it and they're just like, I don't know if it's going to reach. Or they feel, you know, they're just in their head, like you said. That's also going to affect them, you know. So that's why I'm saying it's a lot of different, it could be a lot of different things. It's not just one thing, but it is common. After doing this stuff for a while now, it's really common. ED is like normal. And people don't, like, guys really don't fix themselves. They just go to another person and then thinking that their ED is going to get fixed, finding a new partner, and then putting them through the same situation instead of being like, you know what? I had issues with her. I have issues with her. You know what? Let me try a different girl. Maybe that's going to fix it. Come on now. Bend it over deeper. See if it works. Girl, block them callers. Gym and eating right now. Hey, I see you. I'm going to go for a run here in a little while. All right, let's get into the next question. I started to date a guy I met on a dating app. Long story short, we had S, wasn't even that good. Then 2 weeks later, come to find out, he gave me an STI and he is begging for a second chance after I dropped him. Like hell no. Girl, you did the right thing because if that this is why you got to be careful with some of these guys out here, because some of these guys out here be fucking nasty as fuck. And so you need to be careful and be more selective of who you let in that cat. Because, like I said, there's some nasty people out here. There are some disgusting people out here. Like like I've seen, or not, like the questions. Some people have gotten like different STDs because they got it from their partner, and especially if you're not official with this person. Say you have a friends with benefit, and they're like, how do you know that they're not hooking up with other people too at the same time? So now they're hooking up with you. Of course, they're gonna be like, yeah, it's just you, but of course they're gonna say that. It could be like 2 other girls, 3 other girls, now you have all these juices, and who knows how many other guys that girl's hooking up with. You know what I mean? How it just becomes a huge melting pot of a whole bunch of juices. So that's what I'm saying. Just be careful, And if you really want to, don't be afraid to ask somebody to get tested before you guys do something to you. There's nothing wrong with that. And if they don't have an issue getting tested, like, shit, they probably keep them so clean because they wouldn't hesitate to go get a test. Now, if they fight back to go get a test, you got your answer right there. So guys think it's what? See, this is another reason I stay home with Pinky and Blue. F that STD sheet. You named them. Hold on, I'm trying to see where I'm at. Absolutely. But yeah, definitely like if they're not afraid to get tested. I've done it too before. I got asked for it and I was just like, yeah, here you go. Here you go. Your boy clean as a whistle. Girl, you were free. All right, next question. Damn, we still got a lot of questions. I keep getting distracted. My biggest kink is when he is effing me from the front with my legs up on his chest, shoulders, and he is deep in me. I ask him to my mouth while he spanks me hard and choke. Girl. Yes, we love that. And see, and that's why I'm glad people send stuff like that, because that's how it should be. Doing stuff like that, but again, not everybody likes the whole spitting thing. So, maybe wait on that or have her ask you to do it. Because I remember the first time I got asked to do it. It was the wimpiest fucking spit in the world. It like barely rolled off him because I didn't know, like, you don't know how hard. Like, are you supposed to and then just like let a big one out? Or is it supposed to be just like a quick little spit? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what is the right level of spit, right? What is the right level of saliva? Like, is there mucus in that bitch? Like, what? Like, I don't know. So like when I went and spit, it would just like rolled off it was just like, and it was more embarrassing than anything, so I learned that it was not that, right? There's a different level to it. Jose, well, welcome back, buddy. If it isn't the booty eating king. Slow and drip. Try putting your feet under his shoulders. Gets you deeper. See, thank you for this. That's why I love it when people comment and also include different stuff, right? Include other stuff. Like there's different positions. Like to me, it's fire when the girl gets on top and she's like riding you, but she does the whole flat foot thing, and then she's like kind of like fire. That shit all over the place. All right, next question. I've been having S with this guy for 2 years and he just comes too quick. I have kind talked to him about it, but he replies saying that the cat is so good, is no fun for me. My friends say to leave him because he just wants to end. That's it. I think he probably has a medical issue. No, it's not a medical issue. Not a medical issue, girl. He just he gets his and then that's it. Because if he were to finish quick like that, why doesn't he take care of you afterwards? Say he can't control himself and he knows he finishes quick, especially for 2 fucking years. He should be able to finish you off in different ways, with his mouth, with his hands. Instead, he just gets his real quick and you're just like, or he's, all right, I'm good. Yeah, you're good. What about you? Huh? What about you? He should be putting in, like, he's saying the cat is so good. He's making an excuse. He's just there to get his real quick, and then that's it. He moves on. And then you let him do it, because I would just be like, well, we're not gonna be doing it if you're not gonna be getting me to that spot. Or you do this, okay? Just so he gets a little payback. You get a little payback. Like you after 2 years, you can kind of gauge how long he's gonna last. So maybe go for a little bit, push him off, and then just be like, all right, finish yourself off. I'm good. And then just go to bed. Ooh. He gonna get so upset. He gonna be like, what the fuck? You'd be like, oh, so you know how it feels. Get yourself off. And then just go to bed. And then just start fucking snoring or something. I don't know. But hey, you gotta be like, hey, there's some lotion right over there. Finish yourself off, buddy. Come on, you got to give him some payback too, cause come on now. What do you think? What do you think, Freddie? He agrees. Medium, ¿cómo estás? How are you, girl? All right, hold on. Let me get into the next question. Messed a few times with a good friend of mine, then we stopped because he claims he's busy all the time. Plus, he has a daughter, split custody, so I try to be understanding about the situation. I've asked to hang out, and he claims he's always busy with work and his daughter. Should I believe him? No. Nobody is too busy, girl. Nobody is too busy. Like, if for some reason, sometimes things do happen, and they get a little busy. But somebody who's actually into you is going to be like, hey, I can't this day, but let's hang out this day. Or I can't then, but let's do this on this day. Like, they make time and effort. My ass gets super fucking busy. But if I want to hang out with somebody, I can make time. Like, anybody that wants to hang out with you and into you, they will make time. Now, when they don't want to hang out with you, they're going to use everything as an excuse. Oh, I'm hanging out, like, I can't, I have my daughter. Oh, I'm just busy right now. Oh, I'm working. Like, all these excuses, where's his excuses to these other people to make time for you, right? Be like, oh, I have my daughter this day, but let me see if the mom will keep her, or hey, like, next weekend, let's do it because I get her every other week. Like, pay attention to those type of actions. Exactly. My guy friend said this to me. Absolutely. My friend is going through a divorce. See, like, they'll use everything as an excuse, but to tell you how they actually feel. Maybe they're not even into you, but for them, that's a more difficult conversation to be like, hey, I'm not into you like that. Maybe we should just not do this. Because they just still want to keep you around just in case. So they're just going to make everything else an excuse, you know? Fuck, I forgot. I got to go fucking walk the hamster today. Rain check. Trust me, when I didn't want to hang out with somebody, I made up the stupidest fucking excuses ever. Be like, oh shit, I gotta go help my mom, like help her do it. Oh, you know, she got some things, you know. Hey, like, she needs to help me. Like, she has corn in the backyard, no room for corn. I was like, but I gotta go pick it for her, and then we gotta pull off each cob by hand, or each piece of corn by hand, you know, and then we have to examine them just to make sure they're pretty good. And then we have to, like, they go through a conveyor belt and we have to sort them out. You know, they just start making stupid excuses. And the problem is that you guys believe they're stupid excuses. Like, let's be honest. You guys want to see the best in them, so you want to justify their dumb excuse. Because I'm sure, for the most part, some of you a guy has told you a dumb excuse, and you were just like, you know what? It sounds dumb, but I believe him. Give him the benefit. I believe him. Maybe he does have a goldfish he has to watch to make sure he doesn't pass away. He has to watch the goldfish tonight. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys have not all, but most of you guys have fallen for one of their dumb excuses. Okay? And he would say, I'm his sister or something. Dang, he would call you the sister too, girl? What is that? They are workaholics. And that's true. There's some people, like myself, I'm always doing something, but I'll make time. Somebody who's like wants to hang out will make time, you know, because I love being a workaholic. But if I really want to hang out with somebody, I'm going to be like, hey, like, I'm doing this, but let's do it after, or hey, like let's do this. I always try to work around everything. Or like I remember like I would if I was gonna see somebody, I would finish all my work. That way, like when I did see them, I could just spend the day with them instead of being like, hey, like I gotta get this shit done, I gotta get this shit done. I would hurry and do all my shit that I needed to do for that day. That way, that day I could just hang out with them and not be like, fuck, I gotta go do this. But I've made that excuse too. Like, say I went to go hang out with somebody, be like, I gotta go work. That was just me being like, I don't want to hang out. Like, this shit kind of whack. Right? So don't make excuses, okay? Don't make excuses. All right. I'm going to do one more question. Man, we still got quite a few. And I'm liking how this system, because I got a whole new system. Like, the other ones, I want to grab it, but I have a fucking mess over here. I got a whole different system because the other one kept freezing. For those that know, it kept freezing. The lives kept muting me. This one, for the most part, it hasn't muted and it hasn't froze. Am I right? Because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm frozen right now and I don't even know. Imagine I'm over here be like, hey, this is working great, but I'm frozen as fuck. For the most part, it's been good, right? We solid? Correct though. What, Freddie, we good? All right, yeah, he says we good. Okay. Hola, chulo. Oh, what's up, Regina? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? All right, let's get into the next question. My hubs of 22 years has ED and he has been getting treatment for it, but he still goes soft. I tell him he should watch his diet and control his diabetes and he gets all mad. My needs are not being met. Before he used to hate it when I got all wet since I love to. When I ride it, I can't help it. I personally think that you need like them waterfalls. Absolutely fucking love it. And if he has diabetes, the medication that they take from diabetes can affect their thing down there. Even having diabetes can affect their thing down there. Because I've done a total of 2 podcasts so far that have a lot to do, with ED. And medication is a big one, and especially in the diabetes area. Or even having diabetes, because like it's the blood pressure medicine, like the blood thinner medicine. I forgot what it is. Is it the blood thinner? Something like that. But it affects their shit down there. So they need to watch their diet, and a diet is another big thing. If they're eating a bunch of garbage and trash, of course it's gonna affect them. Maybe it didn't affect them when they were younger, but the older you get, the more that shit fucks you up. Okay? The more it fucks you up older, right? So, because it catches up to you. It catches up to you. And so, because I knew some people back in the day, they could eat whatever they fucking wanted. And now, they try to do the same. They're super overweight now. So most men are really not even good. Hey, Gabby, ¿cómo estás? I mean, there's some guys who know what they're doing out there. Absolutely. Right? And there's some guys who overhype themselves and underdeliver. Okay. But the best thing that a guy could do is don't overhype yourself like that. But go in confident and do some things. Do some things to her. And what is in our food is shit. Absolutely. Like the processed shit that we eat has a lot to do with it too. It catches up with you though. And that's what people don't realize. How do you feel about hooking up on the first night? So, thank you for asking that, Stacy. Hooking up on the first night. At the end of the day, you guys are both adults and you guys can do whatever you want. If the vibes are great, everything's going good, then go for it, right? My ex that lived in Dallas, we hooked up on the first day and we dated for like a year and a half after that, right? Because the vibes were all there, everything was great. But if you hook up with somebody on the first day, you're also taking that risk of that's all they wanted, and then they're gonna dip out. So you know what you're doing. Just know you're also that's also a huge risk. Like if that's all they wanted, of course they're gonna make you feel like you're a queen. They're gonna do anything and everything they can to get that cookie that night. Okay? Because sometimes when some of these dudes go out, They're not like, hey, let's go pick up a chick so she can become my wife. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, when I went out with the boys, it was never like, hey, we're going out to go see if we can find a wife. It was, hey, let's go see what girls we could pull. Like, I'm just being honest. You know, because I've never been like, oh, yeah, you know what? We're going to go to the bar tonight, or we're going to go to the club, find wifey. We're all going to find wifey out there. No, everybody was like, we going to go pull some girls. We going to go like see what's up. So if you meet somebody out like that, were they out there looking for a wife? Probably not. But could you find somebody like that's your cinnamon apple? Absolutely, you know, but it's a lot less likely, to be honest, right? So, all right, hold on. I'm just making sure. From experience, Tauros and Scorpio men walk the talk and round after round. I mean, go on with their bad self. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Hold on, let me take this down. I'm gonna do one more. I love when my man is behind me on his knees, holding me up with his arms, and makes me with the other hand, makes me wet every time. Girl. See, and that's what I'm saying. We love that. Okay. Something that I highly recommend for whoever doesn't have a mirror in their bedroom. Get one, a full-size mirror, not just like a little thing you're holding. Get a full-size mirror. There's so much shit you can do with that mirror. You can position it, angle it towards the bed. Like you watching the dude effing you, trust me, super hot. Or even a guy watching how he's doing it to the girl, super hot. Okay, and then and especially doing it right in front of the mirror. Get out of here. Get out of here. Cause that's I didn't have I remember the first time I included a mirror. I actually bought a mirror and put it in my place like that. Game changer. Full length closet mirrors. I used to have those too, right? But when you have a mirror right there, a good angle, and you can see everything going on. See the closet mirrors were like further away, so you could see it, but you couldn't see it too far, right? But with the mirror, how it's angled correctly, and you can see everything going on, you know? And it's also super hot, like having the girl on her knees and she's doing her thing, like going down, and you're looking at it through the mirror, like that shit's hot. Even though like it's hot from up here too, but it's hot this way. So that's why if you don't have a mirror, obviously we're gonna use it for outfits of the day too, right? But the main reason you have it in the bedroom is for other reasons than your outfit. Okay, it's for the extracurricular activities we do at night. You know, the extra cardio we put in at night. That's what it's for. All right, but anyways, I'm gonna hop off. I actually have to go. I need a pack because I'm going to Las Vegas tomorrow. Going to a wedding out there. The wedding is actually tomorrow, so I'm gonna be going out there. I haven't packed at all. I need a pack. I'm gonna go for a jog also. Get that cardio in since nobody wants to help me out with any other cardio today. So I guess I'm going to go run. So I'm going to go do that. And I got to edit this and upload it so it's up on YouTube tomorrow. So we still have a bunch of questions left. So guess what we're going to do on Monday? We're going to answer some more Susia questions on Monday. That's what we're going to do. So make sure you guys tune in. Podcast. Make sure you check out this podcast that just came out with Bessel Wellness and Beauty. And we talk about sexual wellness and all that good stuff. Trust me. I need to post more clips on it. I know I've been slacking on it. So anyways, I'm going to hop off. It's hot in this bitch. I'm going to go run and I'll see you guys here shortly. All right. I'll see you guys later.